Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be giving my kind of first impressions and review on the latest flanker, which is from YSL Black Opium, and this is Over Red. So I did pick up the travel size, which if you have been watching my channel, you know that I mainly start off with a travel size, and then if I love a fragrance enough, I go ahead and upgrade to the full size bottle. So I did pick up the travel size, and I have some thoughts on this, so I cannot wait to share those thoughts with you guys. So with that said, if you would like to know my thoughts, my review on Black Opium Over Red, then just continue to watch. Guys, so I got this flanker not too long ago. I placed a Sephora order. I have a few other fragrances that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys, but for today's video we're going to be talking about Black Opium Over Red. So I'm going to be doing these, I'm gonna just say like quick reviews. The videos are not going to be too long, but I want to give them just their own video for each fragrance. I have a Libre flanker video coming up, and I'm also going to be filming Fleur Mood Ring today as well. So let's start off with Black Opium Over Red. So when I saw this flanker, first off, let's start off with that. I at first was not really interested because I'm very picky when it comes to cherry fragrances, and for the most part I end up never loving them. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna skip over this one. But then I saw the notes. First off, the notes, when I saw them, I was just like, this doesn't look like it's going to work. But then again, I was like, maybe it's going to be like a different spin on Black Opium, and the cherry will give it something that will make it different, and I'm gonna enjoy it. So I was just thinking positive thoughts. So I went ahead and I ordered the travel size. So I'm going to go over the main accords for Black Opium Over Red. The main accords are cherry, white floral, vanilla, sweet, coffee, warm spicy, citrus, patchouli, woody, and balsamic. And the notes are, top notes, we have cherry and green mandarin. Middle notes, we have orange blossom, jasmine, and black tea. And the base notes are Madagascar vanilla, coffee, and Indonesian patchouli leaf. So when it comes to Black Opium, the original, I always found it to be okay. That was never a fragrance that I wore, for example, in high school or like in my early 20s or anything like that. It was never a fragrance that I went for. So I discovered it well after I was like really into fragrance. I was very late to Black Opium. I know that it's like a staple for many people. It was a fragrance that was just like everyone wore it. I think my mom had Black Opium, if I'm not mistaken, and it always used to smell really good on her. I started off with, was it a flanker, or I don't remember if I got the original one, like a small 1-ounce bottle, and then I got the Black Opium Nuit Blanche, which was my favorite, or is my favorite flanker. Unfortunately, it's discontinued, but I love that one because it has like a creamy touch to it. It's not as strong with the white florals. It's like a little milky. I really love that one. And then Le Parfum was released, and that quickly also became a favorite. Lots of vanilla, really sweet, and the coffee is there, but it's kind of like in the background, so it's not as in your face, and it's blended really nicely. So I absolutely love that one. So here we have Over Red, which we're adding that cherry note to the fragrance, as well as the tea. I believe that tea is not in the others. Yeah, the original one doesn't have tea in it. This fragrance, let's start off with the first day that I received it. Let me get my little tester strips. And the first spray that I did of this fragrance, I was just like, what the hell is this? It kind of gave me like almost bug spray or something very chemical, along with like a very cough syrup type of cherry, kind of medicinal. I'm giving you like the first spray ever because it has been changing a little bit now that I've been spraying it a little bit more. But the first time I sprayed it, like the notes just didn't feel like they were blending together smoothly. I felt like I was getting like different notes and they were kind of clashing with each other, and it was just not like a smooth, rounded out fragrance. So the day that I had it on my skin, that's kind of like the vibes that I got from it. I was just like, ooh, no, I don't need this. I don't want it. Not interested. Now, fast forward to a few times that I have sprayed it, I will say it has gotten a little bit better in the fact that it doesn't smell as, I would say, just like choppy. Like there was just scents kind of not agreeing with each other and clashing. I'm not getting that as much now, so it's a little bit smoother now. But the cherry is very medicinal to me. It's almost like cough syrup. And I did have someone in my video where I talked about new releases. I had one of you guys tell me I'm a mom and cherry, I don't remember if it was cherry fragrances or this one specifically, but that it reminded you of like those long nights when your kids are sick and you're giving them medicine. And let me tell you, as a mother of three, with my middle daughter being the one that just catches everything, and I deal with a lot of those nights, I feel you 1000%. When I smell cherry and they have like that kind of cough syrup type of vibe, it just takes me to that, and it just puts me off. Like I'm not trying to smell that. I'm not trying to have those vibes around me. Like no, no. So I totally get you. I can relate to that 1000%. When I read the comment, I was just like, it's funny because as a mom, I've been there and I'm there and I'm always going to be there because it's just something that we go through. So yeah, this to me is like black opium. I feel like the white florals are sharp in here. They give me a headache, and the dry down of this fragrance, it dries down kind of like the Le Parfum, so it does have touches of the Le Parfum, but the cherry is just a little pungent to me. Cough medicine, medicinal. So adding that along with like a little sharpness from the white florals, it's literally like a headache waiting to happen for me. And then on top of that, the fragrance does not perform good. Now, I'm not going to judge it on that because, like I've said before, many times I have noticed lately when a fragrance is new, I have to give it time to sit in my collection before I can kind of talk to you guys about longevity or performance. Because there has been times where I've been like, oh, this perfume is trash, the performance is trash. After letting it sit for maybe like a month, the performance gets much better. It changes a little bit. So I don't like to focus too much on the longevity when I first get a fragrance, but I did notice that it kind of is pretty soft for the most part. It turns into a skin scent, and that cherry does not last the entire time. I feel like it just turns into Le Parfum with a little bit more white florals in it. It's a little sharp, it's not as smooth, and there's really nothing too exciting about this one to me. I feel like if you were to take the original Black Opium, spray your favorite cherry perfume on top, and create a layering combo with that, you would probably come up with something better than this. I feel like I am not really impressed with it, but just remember that I am not the biggest cherry person. So if you want a review from someone who absolutely loves cherries, that would have to be someone else, because on my channel, cherry is just not a note that I love. It's very hard for me to find fragrances with cherry that impress me, that I find to be intoxicating, or that I really love. So this for me is going to be a pass, but I did want to give you guys kind of like my first impression on it. I'm not sure if I'll be getting rid of this or if I'll be letting it sit in my little travel size collection that I have, just to kind of like circle back to it. Who knows? But for right now, every time that I spray this on, the times that I have tried to wear it, I can't because I get a headache from it. It's something about it that just bothers me. There's also like this, I don't know, I just feel like the notes are just not getting along too well. So those are my thoughts right now on the Black Opium over Red. Not my favorite flanker at all. I would give this like a 5 out of 10, honestly, at the moment. So I will, if I end up keeping this in my collection and for some reason anything changes, then I will be sure to update you guys on it. But for right now, it's just one that is a pass for me. So I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on this flanker. If you have tried it, if you smelled it at a store, let us know your experience with it. I love to hear your thoughts. And really quickly, I try to read every single comment as much as I can. It has gotten to the point where I can't really respond to every single comment, but I try to take out time, like I always let you guys know, to respond to heart comments, just to let you know that I am here and I'm engaging with you guys. If for some reason a day goes by and I kind of look like I'm missing, it's because life kids, the home, husband, doggies, all of that. But I always find maybe 30 minutes in my day to sit down and write back to as much as I can. So thank you so much for those of you who comment in the videos. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on this fragrance. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ooh la la la. Ooh la la.